Come closer. Go on, settle in. That's it. You know exactly who this is. I am the guardian of the quiet hours, your anchor in the dark, the one who watches while the world drifts away. The house has finally stopped humming with the noise of the day. It is breathing slowly now, exactly the way it prefers to be when the sun goes down. Outside, the rain has taken up its post, creating a curtain between us and everything else. Nothing out there is calling your name anymore. You have done quite enough for one day. There is no need to explain yourself to me, and certainly no need to apologize for being tired. I am exactly where I always am at this hour, perched here by the window. I am warm, I am settled, and I am watching the night behave itself so you don't have to. You can rest now. I have arranged everything perfectly. Listen to me for a moment. I want to tell you about something familiar. You know this window ledge, don't you? You have seen me curled up here so many times that it probably feels like I was built into the architecture, as if the glass, the velvet cushion, and my own fur all arrived in this room at the exact same moment. But I remember a time before this was decided. There was a time when I was still auditing the house, testing the corners, not because I was lost, but because I am thorough. I slept on that long chair in the hallway for 3 nights in a row. It was decent, but a bit drafty. Then I tried the rug near the standing lamp. Good light, but too much foot traffic. Then I moved to the leather sofa, which holds the heat of the afternoon sun nicely, but it lacks a view. Each place had its merits. Each place had its own specific kind of silence. But I kept finding my way back here. Primera Elwa is there. This window didn't ask a single thing of me. It didn't demand my attention or require me to perform. It simply existed. I remember the very first night I claimed it properly. It was raining then, just as it is now. The weather has its habits, and I respect a creature that sticks to a routine. The rain was pressing against the glass, with the patience of something that knows it won't be let in, but tries anyway. I climbed up onto this cushion. It was a bit fluffier back then, and I turned in a slow, deliberate circle. I was testing the density, the angle, the way the street lamp cast a shadow across the floorboards. I stopped moving the instant it felt right. That is the secret, you know. That is how you know you have arrived. Some decisions only need to be made once, and then they stand forever. The rain slid down the glass in narrow, winding rivers, and I watched them without needing to chase them. I let my eyes close halfway, just a slit of gold remaining. I listened to the house breathing around me, the timber settling, the pipes cooling down. I understood with absolute clarity that this was where I would return night after night. I didn't need to announce it to the household. The window understood. And you, lying there right now, listening to the rhythm of my voice, you can tell I am telling the truth. The best places in the world don't shout to get your attention. They don't compete for your affection. They just wait. That is what this window did. Night after night, I came back. Sometimes immediately after my supper, sometimes after I had patrolled the hallway, just to remind myself that I am still the captain of this ship. Sometimes after doing absolutely nothing at all. The window never reacted. It never changed its mood. It simply held the rain on one side and the warmth on the other. It gave me a frame to view the world without forcing me to join in. That is a rare gift to observe without participating. I am adjusting my position slightly now, just shifting my weight. As I speak to you, I'm tucking one paw in a little closer to my chest, letting gravity pull me deeper into the fabric. My body remembers the shape of this spot better than my mind ever could. Humans often think ownership is a loud thing: deeds, keys, fences. It isn't. Real ownership is silent. I didn't need to fight for this window. I claimed it simply by returning again and again, until my presence here stopped being a choice and became a fact of nature. That is how the most important things in life work. Outside, the rain is thickening a bit. Can you hear the tone change? It's deeper now. I can feel the cool temperature pressing firmly against the glass. But inside, nothing changes. The lamp still casts that warm, honey-colored glow. The floorboards still hold the soft reflection. My fur remains perfectly dry and pleasantly warm. I could go out there. Of course. The cat flap is not locked. The garden is still there, but the thought passes through my mind like a shadow and leaves without landing. Why would I trade this comfort? I am licking one paw slowly, just once, smoothing it over my ear. Not because I am untidy, but because the ritual feels familiar. It marks the passing of time without needing a clock. You just shifted slightly where you are. I heard the sheets rustle. I hear everything. You move differently when you are close to the edge of sleep. Less tension, more release. That's good. I am lowering my head a fraction, letting my chin rest on my paws where it belongs. My eyes close for a long moment, then open again. Just a flicker to ensure the room is still as it should be. It is. The window has always been mine, and that means the night has always known exactly where to find me. I am purring now, not a loud, demanding sound, just a low rumble in the chest, just enough to let the vibration exist in the air between us. It is a steady, ancient sound. Reliable. You don't need to listen closely to it. You don't need to analyze every word I am saying. In fact, it is better if you don't think at all. There are other windows in this house. Of course, tall ones, narrow ones, ones that look out over the ancient trees or the stone path. I tested them all. I am a professional, after all, but none of them stayed with me like this one. This spot learned my shape. This spot learned the rhythm of my breathing. This spot learned that I am here. And because I am here, the night has been handled. That is why you feel it too. When you see me by the window, something in your chest settles. You might not even notice it happening, but the body understands safety long before the mind agrees to relax. I am stretching one paw forward, claws sheathed, just to feel the satisfying length of the limb, and then I draw it back. That is enough movement for now. The rain is evening out, becoming a consistent hum. It's no longer trying to impress anyone with a storm. It's just doing its job. You don't have to stay awake for this part. Nothing new is coming. That is the ultimate comfort of the late hour. I breathe in slowly, filling my lungs, and then let it go. My body is heavy, satisfied, anchored. The cushion supports me without effort. The glass holds the night at bay. I am speaking more quietly now, dropping my voice, because you don't need volume to understand the truth. Some places choose us back. This window chose me, and once that happens, the search is over. I let my eyes close for longer this time. The room feels softer, less sharp around the edges. The sound of the rain is blending into a single, gentle presence. You are safe. The house knows us. The night is doing exactly what it is supposed to do. I will stay right here by the window. You can drift off. The rain will continue without our help. I will remain right here. As primera olwa isto. Go to sleep now. Good night. The rain has changed its tune slightly. Before, it was a request, tapping against the glass. Now, it's a lullaby. A steady, rhythmic humming that wraps the house in a blanket of sound. It's a heavy rain, the kind that soaks into the earth and makes the roots of the old trees drink deep. I like this kind of weather. It means the world has stopped spinning for a few hours, and we are the only ones awake in this little bubble of warmth. You are still here. I can feel the rhythm of your breathing shifting, becoming longer, deeper. That is good. That is exactly what needs to happen. I haven't moved. I told you I would stay. And I meant it. I turned my head just a fraction to look at the room. The shadows have stretched out, long and soft, reaching across the carpet like sleepy fingers. The fire has burned down to glowing embers, deep orange and pulsing gently, like a slow heartbeat. Every now and then, a log shifts, crick, and settles into the ash. It's a comfortable sound. It speaks of a job well done. The warmth that left behind is still hanging in the air, smelling faintly of wood smoke and dried pine. It catches in my fur, a scent I'll carry with me until morning. My eyes drift back to the street outside. From this vantage point, I am the captain of this ship. The street lamp below is a sentinel, casting a pool of yellow light onto the wet pavement. I watch a single leaf, heavy with water, detach itself from the hedge. It spins slowly, caught in a tiny gust of wind, and lands silently in a puddle. Ripples spread out, catching the light, expanding until they touch the edge and vanish. It's a tiny event, a moment that belongs only to me. If I hadn't been watching, it would have happened in secret. But I saw it. I witness everything, so you don't have to. Let's take a walk. You and I not with our bodies. You must stay heavy and warm where you are bat with our minds. Let me tell you about the rest of the house. I patrol it often. I know its secrets. The hallway is silent now. The floorboards there are old. They know the history of everyone who has ever walked on them. But tonight, they are silent. The Kotrak stands by the door, holding your heavy winter coat. It looks like a friendly ghost in the dim light, guarding the entrance. Your boots are lined up, slightly muddy, drying off. They look tired too. They have carried you far today, and now they are resting, laces undone. Beyond the hallway is the kitchen. I like the kitchen at night. In the day, it smells of coffee and toast and urgency. But at night, it smells of cool porcelain and stillness. The tap drips once, a tiny silver bead of water, gathering, and then blip it falls. Then silence again. The refrigerator hums its low, electric song. It is the engine of the house, working quietly while everyone sleeps. I often sit on the high stool in there, just for a few minutes, watching the moonlight spill across the tiles. It makes the floor look like a chessboard of silver and black. But tonight, I prefer the window. I prefer to be here with you. I can hear the wind picking up. Hoost alila. It whistles softly around the chimney pots, a low, mournful sound that makes the warmth inside feel even sweeter. There is a specific kind of pleasure in hearing the wind when you are behind thick walls. It is the pleasure of contrast. You know it is cold out there. You know it is wild. And yet, here, under the heavy duvet, under the roof, you are untouchable. The wind can circle the house all it wants. It cannot get in. I won't let it. My tail gives a tiny twitch, purely reflexive. I am thinking about the garden. The grass will be soaked. By now, the mice will be tucked away deep in their burrows, noses tucked into their bellies, dreaming of grain. The birds are huddled in the thickest branches of the ivy, feathers fluffed up against the damp. Everything has paused. The whole world has pressed the pause button. Why do you humans find it so hard to do the same? You carry the day with you long after the sun has gone. You carry conversations in your head that finished hours ago. You worry about tomorrow before it has even arrived. Look at me. Look at how I inhabit this cush. I am not thinking about the bowl of food I emptied this morning. I am not thinking about the dog that barked at me 3 days ago. I am entirely here. In this second, the sensation of the velvet against my chin, the sound of your breath, the warmth of the lamp. That is all there is. If you can, try to be like me, just for tonight. Be a creature of the present moment. There is no past in this room. There is no future. There is only the rain, the warmth, and the safety of the now. I stretch my claws out, sinking them into the fabric, kneading gently. Left paw, right paw. It is a rhythmic motion, comforting and ancient. It is how we make the world soft. It is how we prepare a place for sleep. You can do it too, in your mind. Imagine smoothing out the wrinkles in your thoughts, pressing them flat, making them soft, creating a perfect, smooth surface where sleep can land. The rain is tapping a new rhythm now, faster, then slower. It is washing the windows clean. By morning, the glass will be clear. The dust of the day will be gone, washed away to the sea. That is what sleep does for you. It is a rainstorm for the mind. It washes away the dust of worry. It cleans the slate. If you fight it, you stay dusty. If you let it wash over you, you wake up clear. Let it rain. Let it pour. I am not afraid of the water. As long as I am on this side of the glass, I blink slowly. My eyelids feel heavy, not with exhaustion, but with peace. There is a difference. Exhaustion is fighting to stay awake. Peace is allowing yourself to let go. I am the master of letting go. I can go from alert to asleep in the blink of an eye and back again. But you need time. You need to descend the staircase of sleep one step at a time. I will walk down with you. I will stay on the step just above you, guarding your back. Go down a step. The sounds of the house are fading. Go down another step. The feeling of your body is becoming vague and distant. Another step. The thoughts in your head are turning into clouds, drifting apart, losing their shape. I am still here by the window. The sentinel. The witness. The night is long, but I have nowhere else to be. This cushion is my kingdom, and you are my charge. The bond between us is invisible, but it is stronger than the glass, stronger than the bricks of the house. It is the bond of the pack, the quiet agreement that says, I will watch so you can rest. Sleep now. The rain will keep falling. The earth will keep turning. And I will keep watching. There is nothing left to do. Nothing left to see. Just the velvet dark and the steady, comforting rhythm of my purr. And even though I have said goodnight, the night does not end for me. It is only just beginning its deepest chapter. The hours between 3 and 4 in the morning are the secret hours. Most people never see them. They belong to us, the watchers. The house settles even further into the earth. Now, the timbers have finished their creaking and the pipes have gone silent. It is a profound stillness that feels heavy and sweet, like thick honey. I remain on my cushion, but I change my position very slowly, uncurling just enough to stretch one leg out, long and straight, feeling the satisfying pull of the muscle before curling it back in. I am a creature of comfort, but I am also a creature of precision. I groom my shoulder with slow rhythmic laps of my tongue. The sound is tiny in the quiet room. Rasp, pause, rasp, pause. It is a sound of taking care, a sound of maintenance. I am preparing myself to keep sitting here while the moon travels across the sky. You are fully under now. I can hear the change in your breathing. It is no longer the breath of someone trying to sleep. It is the breath of someone who has forgotten they are a person at all. You are just a body, a warm living object, safely tucked away. I wonder where you have gone. Perhaps you are walking through that garden we looked at earlier. Perhaps you are floating on a calm ocean. It does not matter where you are, as long as you are not here. Here is my domain. I own the silence. I look at the bookshelf again. In this light, the titles on the spines are unreadable. They are just blocks of color. Blue, red, green. They are resting too. The stories inside them are paused, waiting for you to open them again. But not now. Now the only story is the rain and the dark. I turn my gaze back to the window. The rain has stopped. It happened without a sound. One moment, it was drumming, and the next, it was gone. Now there is only the drip, drip, drip from the gutter. It is a slow metronome counting the seconds. Drip. Wait. Drip. Wait. It is hypnotic if I stare at a single droplet on the glass. I can see the whole street reflected in it upside down. The street lamp, the edge, the darkest sky, all trapped in a tiny sphere of water. And then gravity takes it and it slides down, erasing the picture. Another one takes its place. It is endless entertainment for a mind that does not need excitement. I do not need a television. I have the window. I have the water. I have the night. Sometimes I think about the other cats in the neighborhood. I know they are out there. There is the ginger one, 3 doors down. He sleeps in a garage. He does not have a velvet cushion. He does not have a human he needs to guard so closely. He is free, but he is cold. I am not cold. I have chosen my duties. I have chosen this room. There is a dignity in having a post. A soldier has a post. A king has a throne. I have this windowsill. It is the same thing. I press my chin down onto my paws again. The fur on my paws is soft and white. It looks like snow, but it is warm. I close my eyes, but my ears are still swiveling, rotating like radar dishes. I hear a car pass by 3 streets away. A low hum that raises and fades. Someone is going somewhere. Why? There is nowhere to go at this hour. Everything that matters is already here. The car fades into silence. The silence rushes back in to fill the space it left. It feels even quieter now. The temperature in the room dropped a single degree. I felt it. The heating turned off an hour ago. The house is cooling. It is a natural process. The heat escaping slowly through the bricks. But you are warm. I can see the mound of the duvet rising and falling. You are generating your own summer under there. I am efficient too. I wrap my tail over my nose to trap my own warmth. We are 2 little furnaces in a landscape of cooling stone. This shared warmth is a language. We do not need to speak it, we just feel Italiano. I think about the dawn. It is still hours away. The sun is currently shining on the other side of the world, warming other cats on other window sills. But here, it is our turn for the dark. I like the dark better. The sun demands things. The sun exposes dust. The sun makes you squint. The dark is forgiving. The dark hides the dust. The dark opens your eyes wide. I drift into a light doze myself. Not sleep. Never real sleep when I am on duty. But a state of a twilight state. In this state I can dream and watch at the same time. I dream of a bowl of milk that never empties. It is as big as a swimming pool. I lap at the edges, and the level never goes down. I dream of a ball of wool that unspools forever, rolling through endless hallways. But even in the dream, my ears are listening for the click of the latch or the step on the path. Nothing comes. Nothing ever comes. The night is safe because I made it safe. My presence is a shield. Do you know that? Do you know that the bad dreams cannot get past me? They see me sitting here, a silhouette against the glass, and they turn around. They go to someone else's house, someone who doesn't have a guardian. You are lucky. Time stretches out, it becomes thin and elastic. An hour can feel like a minute can feel like a year. The shadows have moved across the floor. The patch of darkness that was by the wardrobe is now by the door. The moon must be moving. The great celestial clock is turning. I watch the shadow of a tree branch on the carpet. It looks like a hand reaching out, but it does not move. It is frozen. I watch it for a long time. If it moves, I will know. It does not move. I am satisfied. I let out a long breath through my nose. It makes a tiny whistling sound. You do not stir. You are miles away now, deep in the velvet trench of sleep. Good. Stay there. I remember when you were small. Or perhaps it was me who was small. Memory is slippery like a fish, but I remember you needing me then too. You you would pick me up and hold me too tight. I tolerated it. I knew you needed to feel the beat of my heart, to calm the beat of yours. I am older now. I do not like being held so tight. But I will sit here. I will venir. That is the compromise. I give you my presence, and you give me this cushion. It is a fair trade. The silence is so deep now that I can hear the blood rushing in my own ears. Whoosh, whoosh. It sounds like the ocean. We are all made of water. We are all just tides wrapped in skin. The sky outside is beginning to change. Not yet light, but the black is turning to a deep indigo. The stars are looking tired. They are blinking slower. The night is getting ready to pack its bags. But not yet. We still have time. I stand up and stretch properly this time, arcing my back like a bridge, extending every claw until they prick the velvet. Then I relax. I circle 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and settle back down facing the other way. Now I am watching the door. I have watched the window enough. Now I guard the interior. I am thorough, always thorough. You turn over in your sleep. The sheets rustle like dry leaves. You murmur something. A word that makes no sense. A fragment of a dream falling out of your mouth. I flick my ear towards you. I am here. I send the thought across the room. I am here. You settle. The rhythm returns. In, out. In, out. The crisis is averted. The night holds. I rest my chin back on my paws. The indigo outside deepens. The world is waiting for the first bird to sing. But for now, there is only us. The guardian and the sleeper, and the peace that lies between us. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your night. May you find deep peace and restful sleep. Wishing you the sweetest dreams. If you liked it, please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.